It's never going to feel good. That's the simple truth of the matter. But I think if you start to frame it as part of the necessary journey you're going to take as you become the artist you want to become, then maybe it'll be a bit easier for you to accept and understand and get up to fight another day and a next battle.
Yeah, he sets my body in motion.
I'm not going to sugarcoat this. Failure is hard. And it's especially hard for those of us who are creative and creating art of any kind because we're sensitive souls. That's what makes us interested in creating art, and very possibly that's what makes us good at it. So when failure happens, and it is bound to happen, in fact, it's inevitable, it's going to hurt. It's going to make you feel like quitting, and it's going to be sometimes hard to pick yourself up again and start again on your journey. But I guarantee you, if you can learn ways to overcome failure, or even just to reframe it in a way that allows you to continue with your art, it's going to be so worth it, and it is going to be the reason that you end up succeeding at whatever you're trying to do. The first type of failure you might encounter is in creating the work itself. And in fact, you probably should be encountering this on a regular basis, because if you're not, the question would become, are you really challenging yourself, and are you really putting your best work out there? Because the fact is, to create good, excellent, even inspired art is going to take many, many, many attempts. You'll need to move your skill forward. You'll need to move your ideas forward, your inspiration forward. There's an artist by the name of Agnes Martin. She's an American artist who did some beautiful work throughout her life. And when you hear her talk about her art, she often talks about the fact that she had to come back to create a painting many, many times to really get it how her vision wanted it to be. And she was already a very accomplished artist when she was doing these things. And so the fact is, if you're failing on a regular basis in your own art, you're in good company. And that's just part of the journey. Because when you eventually succeed in like that skill or creating that vision that you've had in your mind's eye, it feels fantastic. And sometimes even more so if it's taken you a lot of work and a lot of attempts to get there. So failing in your work is an important part of becoming an artist and becoming the artist that you actually envision yourself becoming. The second key way you're going to fail as an artist is in the world, because any artist on a journey to put their work out there is going to have many failed attempts of getting it accepted, recognized, sold, etc. And that's just something to know. When you look at any artist's resume online, what you are looking at is the highlight reels. You're looking at the successes that they've had and not the failures. So for example, I have quite an extensive CV after 20 years as an artist. But what you're not seeing within that is all the many things that failed. I can tell you that I have failed many, many, many times in my 20 years of being an artist. And sometimes it hurts less than others. Sometimes it hurts more than others. There's failures that I've had that took me sometimes a few months to get over. But one of the most important things is to figure out ways of reframing that, accepting it, feeling your feelings, and then moving on from it. Because I'm going to argue that the only real failure is stopping art. And I've seen that happen to many, many artists over the course of my journey, because it can be hard. And you can start to tell yourself, you know what, I'm failing because I'm not good, or I'm not, talented, or any of the other stories you can tell yourself. But if you love creating art, then not good, not talented, those narratives don't apply, and they shouldn't be part of how you think about not being able to succeed in the way that you want to succeed. I think failure is just what it takes, because if you're not failing on a regular basis, you're just simply not trying, and that is its own failure. Failure is hard, And chances are, if you've done art for any amount of time, a week, a month, a year, 20 years, you're going to have experienced failure. Whether it's in your personal work or out in the world, failure is just one of the stepping stones and the building blocks that it takes to actually create an artistic practice. So, the moral of the story is, don't be hard on yourself when you fail. Just accept it as part of the artist's journey. And don't be hard on yourself if you fail and feel upset about failing, because that is just a rite of passage. Thanks for watching. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are about failure. Please let me know in the comments. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.
Yeah, he sets my body in motion. He knows how to turn things up.